All I gotta do is just go and get it, man. Now we're blowing up. Yeah, we're blowing up. I need the whole thing. What's up, my dudes? Hey there, sister. Got us some Spring Creek gameplay for MX versus ATV All Out right here. Let me get my cursor out of the way there. Good God. Yeah, so no, I've been getting a lot of new people rolling in with all this MX versus ATV stuff I've been doing. You guys have been popping the absolute fuck off. Let me not even lie right now. Like, you guys have been going off, so I appreciate all the extra support, all the extra people coming in. If any of you guys want to get into my Discord, all you got to do is go DM me on Instagram at Spencer Turley, no space, no capital, and I will invite you into my Discord that way, and I'll get all you guys in there. I'm going to try to get a lot more people playing like MX vs. ATV All Out online on Discord and MX Simulator on Discord and have separate stuff for all of that on there. So I think that'd be really cool to really start getting into all that. So either way, boys, this is the Spring Creek track right here, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how different this is from the Loretta Lynch track. So this is actually the first AMA national track I've rode on thus far. This is literally my first lap ever on it right here. So now we're getting into that territory of the tracks that I have literally rode on like 10 different renditions of on MX Simulator and Reflex on PC, and I've played all of these AMA national replica tracks a multitude of times in these motocross games, so I've got a pretty good idea on what's going on, whereas like, some people that have never even played MX Simulator or haven't really gotten into the PC version of Reflex may have never played on anything like this before, so they don't really know, you know what I mean? But yeah, dude, so either way, and by the way, just letting you guys know, get ready for an absolute explosion of uploads on my channel because I'm going to be covering a lot of this stuff, going to be doing a lot of stuff all at once here, so yeah, just kind of warning you guys ahead of time there. So I wonder so I guess this is kind of like based around the year before, I'm assuming, right? It would have to be because some of the tracks, well, I guess most of the tracks have been raced on this year already. I'm trying to like think of, because seems like they always change one or two little sections every year, you know what I mean? So what I'm noticing right off the bat on this Spring Creek, aka Millville, seeing one of you guys get a little confused in the comments, you didn't even realize Spring Creek was Millville, good God. Some of you guys need to realize that, right? I mean, it's like pretty obvious you would think, but some people don't realize that. So they technically call it Spring Creek in this game. By the way, if you guys are wondering when all this DLC comes out, it comes out tomorrow, which is the 23rd. 7/23/2019, boys. Okay. And we're back on that 125 action, just letting you guys know. I don't have like one of the OEM Yamaha 450s in this game yet, so yeah, dude. That's why I'm kind of just sticking on this 125 for right now. So the first thing I'm noticing here is definitely seems like the ground feels a little bit harder than I would have anticipated at this sort of sand track like this. I don't know if that's just me kind of realizing that, but there is a crap load of small, choppy roughness just like there would be on a sand track. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on here, but I guess just the track itself doesn't feel as soft, loamy, sandy as I feel like Millville would be. It just doesn't have as much softness as I thought. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but this downhill, damn, dog, this has got some sure enough skill gap on it. Like, if you can hold that gas on all the way down that hill, you're a hoss and a half, boy. There ain't no doubt about it. Like, and that's always one of those hills where, your butthole puckers up a little bit on MX Simulator when you're holding it wide-ass open fifth gear down that hill. Like, that's one of those hills where it's like, how much balls do you got, dude? I mean, because you can literally... just about everybody shuts off somewhere before they get down that hill, so it's like, it's whoever wants to hold that gas on long enough down through there. Man, you get going pretty fast on some of these sections on this track too. Hit a weird little bump right there, kind of kicked my ass end up. Okay, got this little jump that comes around here. So one thing I have noticed about some of these replica tracks at this point is some of the corners and certain, like the way you'll have an S corner bend and stuff like that, it can definitely feel a little bit like tighter, more narrow than it would on a lot of the MX simulator tracks and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit tighter, more narrow than you might would expect it to be. Like that whole, right after the finish line, that whole corner after that feels a little bit tighter, a little bit cramped down than I think it would be. Dude, check out these ruts developing. Like, holy shit. Look at all these ruts, dude. That's cool. Now it's starting to get more of that sand track vibe going with the terrain deformation here. So, but there's a lot of roughness going on. I mean, like a lot. So either way, man, this is Spring Creek action right here. Oh, let me just make out with this little off-track banner here. Don't worry. Gotta stay fly. Oh my god. So this is the catapult, right? Let me come up over here. But I mean, as far as the fun factor, this track's actually really cool roughness fun factor wise. You know what I mean? That's really kind of the feel I'm getting from it right off the bat. It's just that roughness skill gap. This is like one of the roughest tracks I think I've ever rode on in this game, honestly. I mean, if I'm just being completely honest with you, now that jump's going to be a little bit more of a huck on a 125 for sure. Okay, so this has got, yeah, that's definitely more of the modern Mount Martin or whatever the hell. That's got more of that modern-esque feeling to it. But dude, this downhill right here, holy God. You get down in here, and you just try not to get a kick that pops you right off the track right there. But that's a hell of a lot of fun coming down that hill like that, though. Okay. Oh. See what we got here. So, yeah, this is a little bit different down through here, right, too. If I'm not mistaken. Like, there's a whole S bend over there that's a little bit different than it was on some of those MX simulator tracks like a couple years ago. So, a couple of sections have changed. I think this is a little bit more modern. It's either last year or I don't know if it's exactly replicated off of this year. It could be. I haven't really kept that up with exactly how every little jump and layout and whatnot is of the modern Millville. Kind of stopped watching some of that, stopped kind of being into that whenever I kind of got out of the pro racing on MX Sim for this year in the Nationals so far. Just kind of got out of that with the current road system of that game. Oh, man, she's a mess, boy. But, okay. Let's see. So, yeah, you got a lot of roughness coming in there. Dude, just hitting those bumps like that really kills your whole on-ground momentum, you know what I mean? Because you literally, like, damn near come off of a jump pretty much on a straightaway. So these are kind of like the OG classic Millville, you know, rollers and stuff like that through here. Yeah, they're pretty narrow though. Like these replica tracks, they're definitely trying to get them, you know, way more of that like 1-to-1 scale type replica vibe. But some of the jumps are pretty decent sized. There's no doubt about that. But see, now we're getting into the tracks where we're actually could get some potentially pretty big jumps versus that Loretta Lynn's replica track. You know what I'm saying? So either way. Oh, man, it's hard for that 125 to pull up that hill like that. Good God. Let's see if we can do a little first person here right quick. But, yeah, I know I've been getting quite a few more people in. We're rolling on these videos, dog. Feels fucking great. Like, we're going off on them now, dude. I have that momentum again. You know what I mean? That YouTube momentum that's so hard to find sometimes. And it's funny because, like, once you get that momentum going, it just seems like everything is compiling, every view, every video, everything adds on, everything multiplies once you start rolling on YouTube, you know what I mean? Then it's like you do this and you do that, then that gets big, and then this over here gets big, and then that getting big gets that other thing big, and I don't know, man, it's just such a different vibe when you start rolling on YouTube versus kind of being more, a little bit more stagnant sometimes. Can kind of get like that. So either way, not a bad track at all. I mean, these tabletops down through here, like, you got to be on it on a 125, you know what I mean? Pretty much full throttle. You probably don't have to actually seat bounce on it, but, yeah, I don't know. I figured these corners might would have been a little, like right there, that first corner area might would have been a little bit wider, a little bit longer down through there, so you could pick up more speed at the beginning. I kind of was anticipating that a little bit. But, okay, so that terrain deformation, I'm pretty sure it actually had dug down the dirt enough to where that one of those little off-track yellow sticks was just sticking in the air. Like, you know what I mean? Just floating in the air. Oh, my God. Okay. Got these couple tight corners down through here, right? You guys are going to have so much fun on these tracks, though. Like, for sure. This is a big deal for this game right here. It really is, because not only is it like the replica stuff, so it's really cool and you're seeing all of that kind of stuff, but it's also I just feel like having more of these kind of motocross tracks in this game is just a good thing all the way around, you know what I mean? Damn, I really hope they can bring these away, that there is a way to bring these tracks, or that they can still stay partnered with, Pro Motocross for their next MX vs. ATV game. I'm really hoping and praying to God that they can do that, because that will be badass for that game. If that game has more of like a reflex level physics system, oh God, it's going to be game over them boys. Going to be game over. Just saying. Oh my God, this hill. They got this hill a pretty long distance down it. Did I just wheelie down that entire fucking hill? Like, what the? Oh my God. Yeah. See, it's funny because, like, the all-out physics, I mean, they're cool, and you can have a lot of fun with them, and they're pretty loose, you know what I mean? Obviously, the whips are pretty loose. Cool, you can do turn-up whips. But it does have a little bit of a bizarre feeling in all-out, It's just kind of hard to explain it. And it's just a little bit of a weird vibe. And I know I can tune and adjust a bike and do all this shit. I know, I get it. Like, you don't have to tell me, man. I play MX Simulator. I'm a pro in MX Simulator, okay? I love when some of you guys try to, explain to me, like, I can do this and I can do that and I can tune this and change that. It's like, dogs, I get it. I don't even play this game that much to even get into it like that. You know what I mean? Like, trust me, when you get into a simulator, you pretty much know everything about a motocross game. When you get, you're getting top fives in a pro race and an RF pro race on MX Simulator, you know what the hell is going on with motocross games pretty much in every facet of it, you know what I mean? Every aspect of it. It's just with a lot of these arcade motocross games, I literally just I don't even play them that much, right? Like, any game that I play that much, I would just play MX Simulator at that point. You see what I'm saying? I still play these games to have fun. Like, I still have a lot of fun on them and stuff, and love to come in here and make videos on them and cover them. And if they would make a game more like Reflex, I think I'd be a lot more into it. But as far as, like, currently, I just don't even play it enough to even care enough to tune too much or jack around too much, all that crap, or get too much into the little intricacies of the game. And like, I just don't even play it that much. So like, I get what you're saying. I get everything you're saying. Trust me, dog. I get everything you're saying, but you gotta understand, I just don't care enough. Like, I don't care enough to even mess with that. It doesn't mean that much to me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas somebody that basically only plays all out every day, it would mean something to them. That would be something to them. But for me, I just get on here and have fun on these games nowadays, man. When you get into a simulator, it's kind of hard to really go back and hardcore every day play a certain arcade motocross game. That's really, really difficult. It's damn near got to be like reflex level for it to be like that at that point. Because MX Simulator is just, God, that game is just on another level. But either way, I had some of you guys ask me, how do you get MX Simulator? You go on mxsimulator.com and you buy the game. It's just that simple. Damn, I think I can actually jump off of one of those terrain deformed little bump kickers right there on that jump before and actually hit a completely different rhythm. Pretty sure that I can right there, dudes. See if I can kind of work around here. Dude, that's going to be really cool to see how these tracks really develop when you get going. A lot of terrain deformation on them. You know what I'm saying? Wow, this is cool. Oh, in the banners again. Got to be careful, boys. There's a couple corners get kind of tight like that. And it's interesting because with the replica track, I've made multiple replica tracks out there, right? I've made a lot of just like local vibe replica tracks for other people that requested it on MX Simulator, and I've had to like look at helmet cams and try to make the tracks off of that, and so I know the process of doing that. You know what I'm getting? Like, I know the process of making a replica track, and sometimes what happens is you kind of get your whole layout down, and then you start building everything, and then you realize like one corner or one straightaway is not quite as long as it should be or you wanted it to be, but then it kind of gets to the point to where there's no way you can really fix it without totally changing the entire track. You understand what I'm saying? Because the layout has to fit together like a puzzle in a way. You know what I mean? When you're trying to make a replica track like that. So some of these sections may have not wanted them as tight as they ended up being, but that's just kind of how the tracks ended up being at the end of it. So it's kind of hard to like go back and fix just one little corner of a replica track or one little area when it comes to the actual layout itself. Very, very difficult to do that, because then you got to try to match up that corner with the corner before, and then if you sweep that too wide or make it too long, then your next corner is not how it should be. Then it just moves on down to the next corner, and then that corner is not how it should be when you change the corner before. So it's super, super difficult to get a layout of a replica track perfect like that, you know. Definitely difficult, but check out all those ruts going through that corner. God dang, bro. That's definitely badass right there. You guys are going to have a lot of fun going down this hill on this roughness. Holy shit. You just get going so fast down through there, dude. Like, god dang. It's really developing those sort of hardcore braking bumps, right? More like choppy, kind of that choppy feel, like just tons of roughness on the track, even though it did have some pre-made as well. But like this rut right here, good god, bro. You know, it's really, the terrain deformation is really able to dig down in multiple different areas, and you're getting multiple different lines through these corners. See that inside rut? You got two completely different rut options, or you can go totally to the outside and just blow a berm out on the outside. 2 rut options down through here. Got the fucking sky cam going. I almost think they could have made the Millville rollers maybe just a little bit bigger. You almost kind of feel like you're just going over a little bit of a flat area when you go over the rollers. I think they could have been done just a little bit bigger, kind of like the 10 Commandments on the Loretta Lynch track. I think those could have been made just a little bit bigger. But overall, really cool how it is making the multiple line selections and all of that. You know, you got a pretty gnarly-ass rut going through there. Got your big rut coming out of here, and you can see that roughness that was developed on the inside of that, which is really going to kick your bike up in this game right here for sure. Got that big-ass triple up the hill. Then you got this double up this hill, multiple ruts going down through here, and then you kind of come off of this with the multiple ruts. Couldn't see where the hell I was going. So either way, very cool to see this. But either way, dudes, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Don't forget, I got all my videos playlist on my front page. All you got to do is scroll down. I got all of my custom tracks on MX Simulator playlist, kind of what I'm best known for. Got all different kinds of playlists on there. Got wide open playlist videos, got real life video playlist, a lot of stuff. You guys definitely go check that out on there. So either way, man, appreciate all the support. Gonna keep it rolling. Later, dudes.